You always want to schedule your dates for the soonest day possible and typically within the first few days of meeting her because this is going to minimize the amount of interference that happens in between the time when you first schedule the date until you actually see her. Okay, it's going to make you way more likely to see her. But in the rare event that you make plans with her several weeks in advance, you want to keep checking in with her every three maybe 4 days or so, and then just keep the connection strong and make sure that she still is committed to seeing you on that date. Okay, so for example, if it's Sunday and you set plans for a Sunday that's in 2 weeks from now, it would be a really good idea for you to message her, let's say on Wednesday, so about 3 days later, then again on Saturday, then again on the next Tuesday and the next Thursday, and then you want to message her again on Saturday, so the day before the date, and then even again on the day of the date. And we'll talk about the day before and the day of a little bit later. Now, you got to realize this isn't an exact science here. It doesn't need to be exactly 3 days, but you want to stay on top of it and message her about 3 days. You want to use your own judgment on how to do this, okay? So in this situation, you'd message her Wednesday something like, LOL, I think it's time to change gyms. In the last hour, they played Hit Me Baby One More Time 3 times. Okay, the key here is just something simple, something playful that's just super easy to respond to, where she's like, LOL, yeah, I think it's time to change gyms, and maybe have a little bit of a back and forth, and then that's fine. You guys are back on the same page. So you'd message her again Saturday, and you text her something like, oh my God, is it next Sunday yet? I can't wait to slam down some shots with you, with a tongue sticking out emoji, okay? Then Tuesday, you might send her a picture of something cool, like it could be a picture of your pool, and you could say, we are totally jumping in this when I see you. Make sure to bring a hot bikini. Or you could send her a picture of a nice view and say, I can't wait to show you this view in person. Isn't it gorgeous? Or you could send her a picture of some food that you're eating, right? And it looks delicious, and you could say, got us some dinner, hurry over cutie, with a winky face. Okay, so you just want to be playful here. Now your next one it will be on Thursday approximately, and you just say like, did you pick out a hot outfit yet? Date's getting close, smiley face. Okay, don't feel the need to text her back and forth so much after reinitiating the contact. Just keep it short, keep it sweet, and keep it playful, okay? Just easy to respond to. Now, the next time you'd want to text her would be, as I mentioned before, on Saturday, because you always want to text her the day before the date, and then again on the day of the date. And we'll talk about that in a minute, but it's very important to just stay on her radar. And notice the mix of all the playful text references to the date, right? We had so many of those where we're referencing the date, and we also had ones where we're just being playful with her, and we're already basically treating her like she's a girlfriend, right? You want to treat her like she's already your girlfriend all the time, even before she becomes that, okay? It's very key to do that, and you have to realize most plans won't be set that far in advance, but these text formats are still a really good kind of like demonstration or explanation of the type of vibe that your text should be communicating. And lastly, I really advise that if you're going to be meeting women or maybe speaking to a whole bunch of women, use calendar notifications, especially if they're in the distance, right? Dates that are not for a week in advance or something, because when you're speaking to so many women or it's so in the distance, even if you really like that girl, it's very easy to forget about the date, okay? I've done it so many times and it really sucks, okay? Now that pretty much wraps up this training, so I hope you took some notes to reference back to, because this is kind of like step-by-step, okay? And you can reference back to it when you're actually sending out these texts, okay? I'll see you in the next video.